What's up? We are back again with another video. Today we are watching season 7, episode 3, The Queen's Justice. Khaleesi's, Cersei's, which queen? It could be Sansa. It could be anybody. Someone's getting justice. Oh, it's fucking Cersei's. Yeah, she kidnapped she kidnapped whatever the fuck the poison chick. The princess, or the Queen of Dorne? I think she's the Queen of Dorne now. Holy shit, they already arrived here?
Winterfell, the dwarf of Casterly Rock.
I thought this would at least take like 2 episodes.
I believe we lost each other atop the wall. You were pissing off the edge, if I remember right. Picked up some scars along the road. It's been a long road, but we're both still here. I'm Tyrion Lannister.
Davos Seaworth.
Ah, the Onion Knight. We fought on opposite sides at the Battle of Blackwater Bay.
Unluckily for me.
And Sandy is the Queen's most trusted advisor.
Welcome to Dragonstone. Our Queen knows this is a long journey. She appreciates the efforts you have made on her behalf. If you wouldn't mind handing over your weapons.
Handing over the weapons. I mean, they could already kill you, so
Of course.
might as well. Why does he look so pretty, but like not in a good way? I think it's the eyeliner, dude. Dude, they're taking his
Please.
boat too.
This way.
I need my. They just fucking stole their boat.
Where are you
dude.
from? I can't place the accent.
I was born on the island of North.
Ah, I hear it's beautiful down there. Palm trees and butterflies. Haven't been myself. This place has changed.
And Sansa. I hear she's alive and well.
She is.
Does she miss me terribly? A sham marriage. And unconsummated. I didn't ask. Well, it was. Wasn't. Anyway. She's much smarter than she lets on. She's starting to let on. Good.
At some point, I want to hear how a Night's Watch recruit became king in the north.
As long as you tell me how a Lannister became hand to Daenerys Targaryen.
Long and bloody tale. To be honest, I was drunk for most of it.
My bannermen think I'm a fool for coming in.
Of course they do. If I was your hand, I would have advised against it. General rule of thumb. Stark men don't fare well when they travel south.
True. But I'm not a Stark.
I mean, he kind of is though. First time seeing dragons?
I'd say you get used to them. But you never really do. Come. The mother's waiting for you.
Dude, short people, guys under 5'9".
I wondered why you weren't there to meet our
That's
guests.
how it feels to be
You begged us to summon the king in the north.
when you when
Don't you
a short
want
guy
to see
walks
him?
outside and he sees a hawk.
done
That's
my
like the
part.
same thing.
I've brought ice and fire together.
God,
Strange.
you guys gotta be careful, dude.
You spoke so highly of
Them
Jon
hawks will
Snow,
get
but
you.
when he arrives, you hide on a cliff.
All right, let's get to business. We want to mine this stone.
You stand in the presence of Daenerys Stormborn of House Targaryen.
She's not even
rightful
talking.
heir to the Iron Throne.
Hello?
Rightful queen of the
Oh.
Andals and the First Men. Protector of the Seven Kingdoms.
I think I'm
The
tripping.
mother of dragons. The Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea. The Unburnt. The breaker of chains.
Holy shit! I think I just had a stroke, dude. I thought Khaleesi's was talking.
This
I was
is
like,
Jon
she's
Snow.
not. Holy shit!
He's king in the north.
Thank you for traveling so far, my lord. I hope the seas weren't too rough.
The winds were kind, Your Grace.
Apologies. I have a flea-bottom accent, I know. But Jon Snow is king in the north, your grace. He's not a lord.
Forgive me.
Your Grace, this is Sir Davos Seaworth.
Forgive me, Sir Davos. I never did receive a formal education, but I could have sworn I read the last king in the north was Torrhen Stark, who bent the knee to my ancestor Aegon Targaryen. In exchange for his life, and the lives of the Northmen, Torrhen Stark swore fealty to House Targaryen in perpetuity. Or do I have my facts wrong?
I wasn't there, your grace.
No, of course not. But still, an oath is an oath. And perpetuity means... What does perpetuity mean, Lord Tyrion?
Forever.
Forever. So I assume,
Forever.
my lord, you're here to bend the knee.
I am not.
Oh. Well, that is unfortunate. You've traveled all this way to break faith with House Targaryen?
Break faith. Your father burned my grandfather alive. He burned my uncle alive. He would have burned the Seven
My
Kingdoms.
father was an evil man. On behalf of House Targaryen, I ask your forgiveness for the crimes he committed against your family. And I ask you not to judge a daughter by the sins of her father.
They're
Our
bringing
two
that back
houses
around.
were allies for
Jon Snow did
centuries.
say, "I will not
And
blame
those were
sons
the
for
best
their
centuries
father's
the Seven Kingdoms
sins."
have ever known. Centuries of peace and prosperity, with a Targaryen sitting on the Iron Throne, and a Stark serving as Warden of the North. I am the last Targaryen, Jon Snow. Honor the pledge your ancestor made to mine. Bend the knee, and I will name you Warden of the North. Together, we will save this country from those who would destroy it.
I'm not bending a knee.
You're right. You're not guilty of your father's crimes. And I'm not beholden to my ancestors' vows.
Then why are you here?
Because I need your help, and you need mine.
Did you see 3 dragons flying overhead when you arrived?
I did.
And did you see the Dothraki? All of whom have sworn to kill for me.
They're hard to miss.
But still, I need your help.
Not to defeat Cersei. You could storm King's Landing tomorrow and the city would fall. Hell, we almost took it and we didn't even have dragons.
Almost.
But you haven't stormed King's Landing. Why not? The only reason I can see is you don't want to kill thousands of innocent people. It's the fastest way to win the war, but you won't do it. Which means, at the very least, you're better than Cersei.
Still, that doesn't explain why I need your help.
Because right now, you and I and Cersei and everyone else, we're children playing at a game screaming that the rules aren't fair.
You told me you liked this man.
I do.
In the time since he's met me, he's refused to call me queen, he's refused to bow, and now he's calling me a child.
I believe he's calling all of us children. Figure of speech.
Your Grace, everyone you know will die before winter's over if we don't defeat the enemy to the north.
As far as I can see, you are the enemy to the north.
I'm not your enemy. The dead are the enemy.
The dead.
The dead.
Is that another figure of speech?
The army of the dead is on the march.
The army of the dead.
You don't know me well, my lord, but do you think I'm a liar or a madman?
No, I don't think you're either of those things.
The army of the dead is real. The White Walkers are real. The Night King is real. I've seen them. If they get past the wall
and we're squabbling amongst ourselves. We're finished.
Facts.
I was born at Dragonstone. Not that I can remember it. We fled before Robert's assassins could find us. Robert was your father's best friend, no? I wonder if your father knew his best friend sent assassins to murder a baby girl in her crib. Not that it matters now, of course.
I'm pretty sure
My life
Eddard
in foreign lands.
didn't want to
So many
kill
men have tried to kill me. I don't
Khaleesi's.
remember all their names. I have been sold like a brood mare. I've been shamed and betrayed, raped and defiled. Do you know what kept me standing through all those years in exile? Faith. Not in any gods. Not in myths and legends.
Faith in myself.
In myself.
Clean. Look, I could write the fucking
Daenerys
script.
Targaryen.
I could write the script.
The world hadn't seen a dragon in centuries until my children were born. The Dothraki hadn't crossed the sea. Any sea. They did for me. I was born to rule the Seven Kingdoms. And I will.
Sweet. None of that matters
We're
if.
rolling over a graveyard
Yeah, none of that really
if
matters.
we don't defeat the Night King.
The war against my sister has already begun. You can't expect us to halt hostilities and join you in fighting whatever you saw beyond the wall.
You don't believe him. I understand that.
Is
It
there
sounds
tape,
like nonsense.
some type of magic to
But
like
if
look
destiny
into
has
his
brought
mind?
Daenerys Targaryen back to our shores, it has also made Jon Snow king in the north. You were the first to bring Dothraki to Westeros. He is the first to make allies of wildlings and Northmen. He was named Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. He was named king in the north. Not because of his birthright. He has no birthright. He's a damn bastard. All those hard sons of bitches chose him as their leader because they believe in him. All those things you don't believe in, he faced those things. He fought those things for the good of his people. He risked his life for his people. He took a knife in the heart for his people. He gave his own...
Yeah, don't mention that he came back to life.
If we don't put aside our enmities and band together, we will die. And then it doesn't matter whose skeleton sits on the Iron Throne.
If it doesn't matter, then you might as well kneel. Swear your allegiance to Queen Daenerys, help her to defeat my sister, and together our armies will protect the North.
There's no time for that. There's no time for any of this while we stand here debating.
It takes no time to bend the knee. Pledge your sword to her cause.
And why would I do that? I mean no offense, Your Grace, but I don't know you. As far as I can tell, your claim to the throne rests entirely on your father's name, and my own father fought to overthrow the Mad King. The Lords of the North placed their trust in me to lead them, and I will continue to do so as well as I can.
That's fair. It's also fair to point out that I'm the rightful queen of the Seven Kingdoms. By declaring yourself king of the northernmost kingdom, you are in open rebellion.
Is this where Jon Snow dies again and then comes back to life? And this is where Khaleesi finds out
You must forgive my manners.
her ships are blown
You'll
up.
both be tired after your long journey. We'll have baths drawn for you and supper sent to your rooms. Idrisojin, Mararesh, Gachachan Mori, Timoriachek Fosman Vitihiri Mora.
Am I your prisoner?
Not yet.
Not yet. That's like a soft way to be like, yeah, but like not really. That's like it's like
Our Ironborn and Dornish allies were attacked en route to Dawn.
And?
2 or 3 ships escaped. The rest sunk or captured.
That's like saying you're not
The
under
Valerian
arrest, but you're also
Sandsticks
not
dead
free
or
to leave.
captured, The Greyjoys dead or captured.
All of them?
My queen, please accept this gift on behalf of all of your loyal subjects in the Iron Islands.
I give you what no other man could give.
Justice. Justice for your murdered daughter.
You've proven yourself the greatest captain on the 14 seas, and a true friend to the crown.
You deserve more than a true friend.
And you deserve a proper reward for your heroism.
There's only one reward I want.
You shall have what your heart desires.
What the fuck?
When the war is won.
When the war's won? Dude, that's bait. She ain't gonna give it to him.
With Euron Greyjoy commanding our naval forces, and Jaime Lannister leading our armies, the sons and daughters of Westeros shall defend our country.
What about, Theon's sister?
There's nothing quite like it, is there? The love of the people.
I suppose you wouldn't know. The same mob spattered my sister not long ago. And if you turn on us, they'll cheer to see your head mounted on a spike.
All yours. They're just like severed heads, really. Listen, if you have any advice at all, I would love to hear it. When we have an hour or two to speak as brothers.
Advice?
Does she like it gentle or rough? A finger in the bum. Not now. We'll talk later.
I want you to know I understand. Even though we're enemies, you and I understand the fury that drives you. I was there that day when Sir Gregor crushed your lover's head. I close my eyes. I can hear the sound of Oberyn's skull break.
Is Cersei just gonna keep her alive and torture her like the, like the nun chick or whatever?
Oberyn looked beautiful that day, he really did. No one moved like him. No one had such skill with a spear. Even Sir Gregor couldn't stop him. If only he hadn't taunted him. He could have walked away and left poor Sir Gregor to die. But that wasn't your lover's way, was it? Now he's buried somewhere. And here's Sir Gregor stronger than ever. That must be difficult for you. When my daughter was taken from me, my only daughter. Well, you can't imagine how that feels unless you've lost a child. I fed her at my own breast, even though they told me to give her to the wet nurse. I couldn't bear to see her in another woman's arms.
Okay.
I never got to have a mother. But Marcella did. She was mine. And you took her from me. Why did you do that?
A life for a life.
Doesn't matter now. Your daughter's a beauty too. It's brown eyes.
Uh-oh.
His lips.
She's gonna punish the daughter in front of the mom.
Perfect.
Yeah, Cersei's gonna go fucking sicko mode.
She's your favorite. I know, we're not supposed to have
Nope, I
favorites.
hate that. Is not my favorite
Still, we're
daughter.
only human.
I actually hate her.
We love whom we love. Sorry, I can't understand you. That gag makes it impossible to understand what you're saying. It must be frustrating. We all make our choices. You chose to murder my daughter. You must have felt powerful after you made that choice. Do you feel powerful now? I don't sleep very well. Not at all, really. I lie in bed and I stare at the canopy and imagine ways of killing my enemies. How to destroy Ilaria Sand, the woman who murdered my only daughter. I thought about having Sir Gregor crush your skull the way he did Oberyn's. Would be poetic, I suppose, but fast. Too fast. I thought about having him crush your daughter's skull. She's so beautiful. I thought of this lovely face cracking open like a duck egg. No, it's just not right.
Not right. Oh, oh. Is that the poison?
Qyburn, he is the cleverest man I know. Clever enough to learn what poison you used to murder Marcella. The long goodbye, was that it?
The long farewell.
That's the one. How long does the poison take?
Difficult to say. Hours, days. It depends on the subject's constitution.
But death is certain.
Oh, yes, Your Grace. Quite certain.
Your daughter will die here in this cell. And you will be here watching when she does. You'll be here the rest of your days. If you refuse to eat, we'll force food down your throat. You will live to watch your daughter rot. To watch that beautiful face collapse to bone and dust.
Cersei is on a fucking different
All the while contemplating
different plane, bro. At least her other daughters died and didn't get fucking captured.
Every few hours, I don't want her to miss a thing.
And they got the violin. Dude, the mom and daughter need a kiss so the mom will die. They can die together.
Indeed. But sometimes tragedies are necessary to restore order and rational leadership.
The Iron Bank wants its gold back.
Your father never minced words either. But yes, your debts are considerable. And you are now engaged in a conflict on several fronts. We both know how expensive...
Oh, yeah, they want the money back before they go to war.
Your vaults are empty. Your late husband's profligacy saw to that. Your wealthiest allies, the Tyrells, are now your enemies. You are surrounded on all sides by rivals for the throne.
And the Iron Bank wants to bet on a winner.
We don't make bets. We invest in endeavors we deem likely to be successful.
A fancy way of saying bet. The war's already begun. I've drawn first blood. I decapitated the Dornish snake. My armada owns the Narrow Sea.
Euron Greyjoy's armada owns the Narrow Sea.
Euron Greyjoy is loyal to me.
For now.
For now.
Daenerys Targaryen has 3 full-grown dragons. How well do wooden ships fare against fire-breathing dragons?
And we have ballistas.
The dragons might not be as invulnerable as some think. But let's talk about the Targaryen girl. You want to invest in her. I'm guessing the Iron Bank invested considerable gold in the slave trade. How are your profits? Now that Daenerys has freed all the slaves.
The slave trade has entered a downturn, it's true.
From what I gather, she considers herself more...
The slaves are down, holy shit.
In your experience, how do bankers usually fare with revolutionaries? The Lannisters owe the Iron Bank quite a lot of money, but Lannisters always pay their debts. To former slaves, or Dothraki, or dragons.
Your father's daughter, indeed.
Give me a fortnight. Stay in King's Landing as my honored guest, and when you return to Braavos, I swear to you, my debt will be paid in full.
Where are they gonna get this gold? They've been saying, they've been talking about that for a while. That, like, I'm pretty sure they even said that Like the gold mines are running dry too. I think I remember that like fucking like 5 seasons ago.
I came down here to brood over my failure to predict the Greyjoy attack. You're making it difficult. You look a lot better brooding than I do. You make me feel like I'm failing at brooding over failing.
I'm a prisoner on this island.
I wouldn't say you're a prisoner on this island. You're free to walk the castle, the beaches, to go wherever you want.
Except to my ship. He took my ship.
I wouldn't say we took your ship.
I'm not playing word games with you.
You took his ship.
The dead are coming for us all.
Why don't you figure out what to do about my missing fleet and murdered allies? And I'll figure out what to do about your walking dead men.
It's hard for me to fathom, it really is. If someone told me about the White Walkers and the Night King... You probably don't believe me.
I do, actually.
You didn't before. Grumpkins and Snarks, you called them. Do you remember? You said it was all nonsense.
It was nonsense. Everybody knew it. But then Mormont saw them, and you saw them, and I trust the eyes of an honest man more than I trust what everybody knows.
The eyes of an
How
honest
do I convince
man?
people who don't know me that an enemy they don't believe in is coming to kill them all?
Good question.
I know it's a good question. I'm looking for an answer.
People's minds aren't made for problems that large. White Walkers, the Night King, Army of the Dead. It's almost a relief to confront a comfortable, familiar monster like my sister.
I need to help prepare my people for what's coming. I can't help them from here.
I mean, you
I'd
can.
like to leave.
It seems unlikely that you became king in the north by giving up that easily.
Everyone told me to learn from my father's mistakes. Don't go south. Don't answer a summons from the Mad King's daughter, a foreign invader. And here I am. A northern fool.
Children are not their fathers. Luckily for all of us. And sometimes there's more to foreign invaders and northern fools than meets the eye. Daenerys could have sailed for Westeros long ago, but she didn't. Instead, she stayed where she was and saved many people from horrible fates. Some of whom are on this island with us right now. While you're our guest here, you might consider asking them what they think of the Mad King's daughter. She protects people from monsters, just as you do. That's why she came here. And she's not about to head north to fight an enemy she's never seen on the word of a man she doesn't know. After a single meeting? It's not a reasonable thing to ask.
Instead, ask for the Dragonstone.
So do you have anything reasonable to ask?
What do you mean?
Maybe you are a northern fool. I'm asking if there's something I can do to help you.
Is she gonna ask him about that? And be like, yeah, I came back to life? Khaleesi's did try to bring back Drogo, and
Amazing thing to see.
Drogo was like lifeless.
I named them for my brothers, Viserys and Rhaegar. They're both gone now. You lost 2 brothers as well. People thought dragons were gone forever, but here they are. Perhaps we should all be examining what we think we know.
You've been talking to Tyrion.
Here's my hand.
He enjoys talking.
We all enjoy what we're good at.
I don't.
You know I'm not going to let Cersei stay on the Iron Throne.
I never expected that you would.
And I haven't changed my mind about which kingdoms belong to that throne.
I haven't either.
I will allow you to mine the dragon glass and forge weapons from it. Any resources or men you need, I will provide for you.
Thank you.
In return?
So you believe me then about the Night King and the army of the dead?
No.
You'd better get to work, Jon Snow.
How much do we have?
4,000 bushels, my lady.
What does that mean?
For the current occupants of the castle, it's enough food for a year, perhaps more.
What's the longest winter in the past 100 years?
I'm not entirely certain. I'll check Maester Lewin's records. He kept a copy of every Raven scroll.
Longer than
Telling me we don't
probably
have
a
enough
year.
Food. Especially not if the armies of the north come back to defend Winterfell.
No, my lady, most likely not.
And we must prepare for that eventuality. Whatever direction the threat comes from, this is the best place to be. We need to start building up our grain stores with regular shipments from every keep in the north. If we don't use it by winter's end, we'll give it back to them. But if the entire north has to flee to Winterfell, they won't have enough time to bring wagon loads of grain with them.
Very wise, my lady.
Maester Walk, can you see to it? Are they covering those breastplates in leather?
No, my lady.
Shouldn't they be? Once the real cold comes.
They should indeed. Pardon me, my lady. You there. Why isn't there leather on these?
Holy shit, what the fuck? Actually kind of smart.
The Northerners are all facing north, worried about the threat from beyond the wall.
So they should be.
I know Cersei better than anyone
What about
here.
the threat within the wall?
If you turn your back on her...
You don't know Cersei better than anyone here.
I only meant to say...
That the woman who murdered my mother, father, and brother is dangerous. Thank you for your wise counsel.
One of two things will happen. Either the dead will defeat the living, in which case...
Well,
all our troubles come to an end. Or life will win out. And what then? Don't fight in the north. Or the south. Fight every battle, everywhere, always. In your mind. Everyone is your enemy. Everyone is your friend. Every possible series of events is happening all at once. Live that way, and nothing will surprise you.
This guy just like took acid. That's like something I would say on like some fucking crazy dude. You know what I mean?
Lady Sansa.
Think of everything. All possibilities are happening at the same time. Multiple universes. Oh, is this Bran? And they have the inspirational music.
Hello, Sansa.
He isn't Bran no more, though. He is the three-eyed raven. This is Sir Jorah. Is he cured?
Does it hurt?
A bit. Less than before.
The infection no longer appears to be active. Unusual. Unlikely. One could almost be forgiven for thinking that the entire upper layer of diseased skin was debrided, and the underlying region treated with some sort of unguent.
Don't know anything about that. I just started feeling better. I assumed it was the rest that did it. And the climate.
The climate. You're free to go, sir. This chamber is needed for the infectious, which you are no longer. Tarly, I'd like to speak with you in my study this evening.
Oh no, he's gonna get fired. He's gonna get in trouble.
Suppose I'll find out this evening. Where will you go?
I've surrendered to this sickness the moment I first saw it. I knew it would kill me.
Can he save? I don't think he could save people who already lost their mind, though. I think that's. Well, he can only save people who are infected, but haven't gone completely crazy.
Her. And you.
Your father saved me more than once. It's the least I could do.
Perhaps our paths will cross again.
I hope they do.
I would shake her hand, but I'm pretty sure. Oh.
You treated him.
Yes.
Who told you to treat him?
Me.
No one.
Who forbade you or anyone to attempt to treat him?
You did.
I seem to remember you.
But you treated him anyway?
Yes.
I did, yes.
I forbade it because it is dangerous and rarely successful, especially on someone of that age. You could have infected yourself and others. You could have devastated the entire Citadel. But you didn't. It's a meticulous, difficult procedure. Many maesters whose chains are heavy with healing links have attempted it and failed.
Ooh, heavy with healing links.
How?
I read the book and followed
So I
the
think we just got
instructions.
confirmation of what the links are for. I always ask that question. It's your knowledge and how smart you are. You add a link.
That man is alive because of you. You should be proud.
Thank you, Archmaester.
Come here. All these manuscripts and scrolls are rotting away. I need you to make copies of them. You were expecting a reward.
This is a reward.
Your reward is not being immediately expelled from the Citadel.
The reward is you're able to read these
Careful
books.
of the paper mites. They like flesh as well.
Oh, damn. Like, these are super old, like, probably, like, super useful knowledge, right? And you're able to read it
We need to
and
find
copy it.
Euron Greyjoy's fleet and sink it.
Your Grace, he's already destroyed a good portion of our fleet to send our remaining ships after him.
I'm not talking about sending our ships after him.
Would you have to go yourself? Euron's ships could be anywhere, or in more than one place. You'd be flying around the open seas alone for who knows how long.
I wouldn't be alone. I would have Drogon, Viserion, and Rhaegal. What can anyone do to them? They can still do something to you. It only takes one arrow.
It's too great a risk. You're too important.
What about Casterly Rock?
The Unsullied will be there soon.
And what will they face?
A difficult situation. They know we're coming.
Yes. Cersei believes my sole purpose in life is to destroy House Lannister. She will be ready. No one has ever taken the Rock. The Lannister army is still the army my father built. Well-trained and well-provisioned. 10,000 men at least. They will see us coming.
Rest in peace, Grey Worm.
They will be ready. The gates of Casterly Rock are impregnable. The fight up the walls will be hard. We will be at a disadvantage. Many men will die. Just as my father said they would. Interesting thing about my father. He built our house up from near ruin. He built our army. He built Casterly Rock as we know it. But he didn't build the sewers. That was beneath him. So he gave the job to the lowest person he could find.
Me.
Me. He was right. I was low. The company I kept, low. Women mostly. They weren't welcome at the Rock. Father disapproved of that sort of behavior. Couldn't walk them through the front gates. I couldn't have them in my chambers. So in the process of building the sewers, I threw in something for myself. It was a passage that began in an out-of-the-way cove by the sea and ended beneath one of the main guard towers. No better place for low pursuits than beneath the ground.
Secret passage. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
But as a good friend of mine once said, give me 10 good men, and I'll impregnate the bitch.
Okay. I don't think a wise man said that.
And so it begins. They will face the bulk of the Lannister forces. They will be outnumbered. They will have less armor and fewer weapons. But my sister's armies fight for her out of fear. The Unsullied will be fighting for something greater. They will be fighting for freedom and the person who gave it to them. They will be fighting for you. And that is why they will triumph.
Oh. Victory. Now what? You have Casterly Rock. Now what? They're gonna blow it up? Attack from the sea, okay. Now just use the castle as its own defense, right?
Where are they? Where are the rest of the Lannisters?
Are they launching a counter attack? What is going on? Holy shit, the gold? I guess Cersei was right. They always pay their debts.
It's done.
It is.
And now the rains weep o'er our halls. Did we fight well?
As well as could be expected.
It was never our forte. Golden roses, indeed. Your brother and his new queen thought you would be defending Casterly Rock.
The truth is, Casterly Rock isn't worth much anymore. Well, it is to me, but my fond childhood memories won't keep Cersei on the throne.
So you just let them take it?
For now, they won't be able to hold it. Euron Greyjoy's navy burned their ships. We emptied the larders before we left. Eventually, they'll be forced to abandon their position and march all the way across Westeros.
And you took your army, your real army, and went where they weren't.
As Robb Stark did to me at Whispering Wood. There are always lessons
Smart.
in failures.
Yes. You must be very wise by now.
My father always said I was a slow learner.
If he was so clever, why didn't he take Highgarden the moment your gold mines ran dry? I suppose I'll be able to ask him myself soon enough. No more learning from my mistakes, eh? How will you do it? With that sword? That was Joffrey's sword, wasn't it? Not that he ever used it. What did he call it?
Widow's Wail.
He really was a cunt, wasn't he? I did unspeakable things to protect my family, or watch them being done on my orders. I never lost a night's sleep over them. They were necessary. And whatever I imagined necessary for the safety of House Tyrell, I did. But your sister has done things I was incapable of imagining. That was my prize mistake, a failure of imagination. She's a monster, you do know that.
To you, I'm sure. To others as well. But after we've won, and there's no one left to oppose us, when people are living peacefully in the world she built, do you really think they'll wring their hands over the way she built it?
Yes.
You love her. You really do love her. You poor fool. She'll be the end of you.
Possibly.
I don't think he cares, though.
Not much to be gained from discussing it with you, though, is there?
What better person to discuss it with?
Two
What better
dead people.
guarantee could you have that the things you say will never leave this room? But perhaps you're right. If she's driven you this far, it's gone beyond your control.
Yes. It has.
She's a disease. I regret my role in spreading it. You will too.
I think we're done here.
How will it happen?
Cersei had several ideas. Whipping you through the streets and beheading you in front of the Red Keep. Flaying you alive and hanging you from the walls of King's Landing. I talked her out of those.
Will there be pain?
No, I made sure of that.
That's good. I'd hate to die like your son, clawing at my neck, foam and bile spilling from my mouth.
Holy
Eyes
shit.
blood red, skin purple. Must have been horrible for you, as a king's guard, as a father. It was horrible enough for me. A shocking scene. Not at all what I intended.
Yo, what if she is
You see,
immune to
I'd
poison?
never seen the poison work before.
She's obviously a poisoness, poisoner, right? She probably tests poisons on herself. I wonder if she is immune to poison. That's like a real thing. Like I know people who handle snakes. When they get bit by snakes, they take like the antivenom or whatever the fuck, and then they build up like a immunity. Really good episode. So they build up a immunity to the like snake's poison, and then so they like take less poison damage. I know people in like Africa too. There's like this bee, right? It's It's like this bee who I think, hold on, it's like it's like mad honey or something like that, right? And it's like the bees use like some flowers or pollen from like poisonous flowers, and then when you eat the honey, it makes you hallucinate. But these bees are like low key, like, you know, poisonous. But the village tribe all have like some type of immunity, so when they get stung, they don't like insta die. But to anyone else, it's kind of like GG. So I wonder if she kind of has like, you know, some type of immunity to poison. That's why she like drank it so fast. Maybe, or maybe she just wanted to die, you know. Who knows? Really good episode though. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, later, peace. I will try. I really want to start watching Rick and Morty though. Maybe Wednesday. We'll see. But yeah, later.